married to an entrepreneur is hard work, but it's worth it when it works.
You got your hands full every day like I do. You got kids, you got a marriage that you're trying to work, a business that you're trying to make work.
And finding time for the kids and keeping it spontaneous. Boy, that was good last night.
Oh, shut up. Nobody teaches you how to manage a business or manage a relationship or marriage. Everybody's just trying to do the best that they can. The purpose of the show is to give you some tools on how to make the marriage and the business work. We don't do it perfect, but we're figuring it out.
But what I want to know...
Welcome to the G&E Show every Wednesday.
All I
bringing
want
it to you. The handsome Grant wants the floor. Take it away.
All I want to know is why everybody got so upset about me taking my pants off at the golf course.
Where can they see this video?
Do you know how hot it gets
Where can
now?
they see the video first?
Well, we archived it on Instagram because Sherry was concerned about a couple people calling up saying, what's Grant Cardone doing taking his pants off? Those are swim trunks that I wear to the golf course so that in case I need to jump in the pond and get a ball or get my balls, okay?
First of all, those were definitely underwear. You're not selling me that was a swimsuit.
Those are Calvin.
Those
that was a
look like
Calvin
underwear.
That's a Calvin Klein swimsuit. I wear it down to the pool every day. I go down to the pool in the same shorts.
But can we explain the lipstick?
Welcome to the G&E
More
Show.
concerning about taking your pants off on a golf course is why my husband is wearing my lipstick.
My lips chapped.
Okay. Every Wednesday we're
Wednesday,
bringing it to you. Come
12
on.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we come to you to talk about the business of marriage. By the way, a marriage must be like a mirage.
Ooh, like an illusion?
It's
What do you
a
mean
bit of
by
an
that,
illusion. You got to
handsome?
keep it looking. You got to keep thirsty.
Keep it fun.
You got to keep thirsty, right? So,
No, I didn't mean to get you started.
Hey, call us
Continue.
305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. If you're trying to figure out your marriage, how to keep it exciting, how to find the right person, how to get the right person, how to keep the right person, how to get the person that you're with to be the right person, give us a call, 305-865-8668. Today we're talking about...
Always add value.
Oh,
Always.
man, that's a great topic.
Isn't that a
dude.
great
How
topic?
do you continue to add value to any relationship? You know, we talk about this in my business where I'm dealing with customers.
Yeah, how do you do it?
And I'm like, how do you always add value? You got to keep bringing something new. I've done 3 webinars in the last 22 days, adding value to my clients, adding value to people that are interested. People have we've literally expanded our base of clients because every week for nothing, I come in here 2 and 3 hours at a time, after hours,
Yep.
and add value
You're
to
a
the
beast.
clients.
You're an animal.
So how do I do that for my wife? How do I do that for my kids? How do I
Okay.
do that for my mom, my
Well-
dad, my uncle, my aunt, whatever?
Well, you're always adding value, one, by doing whatever it takes to provide for us and to take care of us so that we don't have to worry and we can go create new problems, problems that are more fun to deal with. So that's number one. Number 2 is, you know how you're helping me right now in this present time situation?
Here
Is
she
I'm at the
comes.
final draft of my book. Look, I'm not diminishing myself in any means or any ways.
Or the other
because-
person that
excuse
helped
me,
her.
Excuse me speaking. Thank you. However, wait, what?
Or the person that's helped you write the book.
Yeah.
She's
my
not
partner.
demeaning any of herself or others, professionals.
But this is what I was going to say. I have taken the book to a certain point, to the
Always
level
build-
that I can. And then, it's his talent. He's a writer. He writes books. He has that. I have other assets and other talents that I'm really good at. So how you're helping
She
add
get-
my value right now
Yeah, but finish
is you're
this
going to
word.
help me to
No,
go through
I'm
the
not
final
gonna.
draft.
So she gave me the final draft 2 nights ago, and I started playing with it. Right,
and some of the
She's
tweaks,
sitting behind me.
The tweaks, I'm like, God damn! Oh, that was fire! I mean, that turns me on. Okay,
You guys are
you're
gonna love her book.
next level. Okay, so sue
Just
me.
use the G word.
What?
Genius.
Grand.
Genius. Okay. So look, we're talking about how to add value. Elena's finishing her book. I can
You're
add
gonna help
value.
me.
I can add value by tweaking things. Maybe I just see it in a different way, right? How does Elena add value to my life, right? She doesn't bring me drama. That is adding value. I was asked yesterday, hey, what does your wife do? We were doing a coaching call with a couple. What does your wife do? I want to know. She called herself a little, a mini Elena. And she's like, what does Elena do behind the scenes? I said, you know, what's more important is what Elena doesn't do. that adds value.
Both are very valuable.
What you don't do, ladies, can add value to the relationship. Same thing with you guys out there. What you don't do, okay, creating drama unnecessarily, getting drunk, going to the casino, spending money you don't have, getting in car wrecks you don't need to be in, bringing negative news home, not hitting your targets. Those are things you don't have to do that would actually add value to the relationship.
Definitely.
Like when I go out, you don't worry about me getting drunk and ending up with another woman.
Not for a second.
Okay? So you don't worry about me out on the road.
No.
We don't add value. I add value by there's some things you don't have to do that would actually add value and security and confidence in the relationship.
Right, and also the people that are around us are handpicked, that are specifically around us because they add value too. So when I know that you're with people who all think like we do and are adding value, I know that you're in safe hands, good hands, no matter what, at all times.
Let's bring on a caller, okay? G&E Show every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We come to you to talk about the business of marriage. Hey, Daniel, how do you add value to a relationship? What tip would you give people?
Can't hear him.
Danielle.
If it doesn't come on, let's go to the next one.
Danielle.
'Cause I pregnant pauses.
Hey, Daniel, you there, bud? Okay, so this is a G&E Show every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're adding value to your lives. Hopefully, you're adding value to the relationship that you're in. Daniel came onto the call to add value.
And did not add value.
Oh, yeah, there he is. There he is, right?
Liability. Those are called liabilities.
How you doing,
Daniel?
Trust somebody with your time, and boom, they don't show up.
Daniel.
They have excuses. It could be on our end. It could be on his end.
Somebody.
Could be on our end. But somebody is not willing to take responsibility to make sure that somebody's on the phone ahead of time and they're there and everything's secure.
With my wife.
It's a point.
But I want to know how is it that they can, you two can contribute to your guys' relationship, because both of me and my wife have our own business, and how is it that you can balance it the best? Because I have a 2-year-old son, and my pregnant is 7 months pregnant. So how is it that you can balance that and be able to communicate the best way?
And communicate the best way between his wife? Is that what the question was?
Yeah, I think he's got a 7-year-old kid and a
2-year-old kid and a 7-month-old. My wife is 7 months pregnant.
Yeah. So now the question now is, because everybody has this question: how do I do a 2-year-old, a 7-month-old pregnant wife, handle my marriage, and by the way, you're probably not getting any sex right now, so that doesn't help. So run his business, she's running her business. This is the number one question I get: how do you do it all? So the most important thing for me to remember, and then I'll ask Elena what she does, is like, I ask myself, am I complaining or am I bragging? The reason that's important is I'd rather be busy. I'd rather have a bunch of stuff to go. I'd rather have my wife pregnant with a second kid, okay, than not have all that going on. Because there's somebody for all of you out there that have too much going on. Just remember when you had not enough going on.
Right.
There's some dude out there, bro, that can't even find his girlfriend. I remember being that guy. So I got to remember when I hate Elena's guts. I got to remember when I was dying to find an Elena to hate on.
You have to love the Elena.
My name's Grant Cardone. This is the beautiful Elena Cardone, and we're talking about adding value in the relationship. Stay with us. You're watching the G&E Show.
Introducing the fastest growing e-commerce platform in the fitness space, gymfoodstore.com. Dr. David Carley is a Harvard-trained MD entrepreneur and specialist in rehabilitation and regenerative medicine, along with Zoe Bedford, experience in distribution and product development, bring you an online store interested in optimizing your health. Gym Food Store is your online marketplace for nutritional and sports supplementation, all things health. Gym Food Store is here to help you identify and validate product selection. Learn more at gymfoodstore.com. That's gymfoodstore.com right now. There's only one person you need to know when it comes to health, fitness, and a better lifestyle. Liz Nierzwicki started her fitness journey at 10, overcame OCD, and is the foremost expert in weight training and dieting. She's the author of the international best-selling Happy, Healthy, Fit, transform your life in 90 days with the Figure Fit Lifestyle Program. She's also the host of the Figure Fit Life podcast. Liz is there to ensure you achieve your goals in fitness. She knows every movement of the body, every food to eat to get in shape, to achieve your fitness goals. To learn more about Liz, go to liznearswiki.com. That's liznearswiki.com right now. Over 12 years of experience, Boron Capital is invested in commercial real estate and is looking to get you fixed 8% returns on your money. We're looking for high net worth individuals interested in high luxury commercial and residential space. This is not a volatile investment. It is stable and ready to make your wealth work for you. With over 300 transactions, this nationwide service can take your 401k money or your IRA money and get it working for you. We process your funds in 24 hours and get you invested the next day. Learn more about this opportunity at boroncap.com/invest. That's boroncap.com/invest. The world of advertising exists far beyond Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. The web itself has an infrastructure of exchanges and placements for your ads to gain traffic, increase leads, and convert your products and services. RTB.cat is built to efficiently take your business and promote all over the web, every website, every location, and RTB.cat has a system designed to get you right in front of the most coveted locations to promote your business. Take the hassle out of the ad exchanges and lengthy ad bidding systems. Let RTB.cat get you moving right now and handle the work for you. Grow your business, get known, and sell your services online. Sign up now at RTB.cat. That's RTB.cat.
Hello, welcome back to the G&E Show. Grant Cardone is in rare form. Actually, it's not so rare. It's quite normal for him. Continue, handsome. We're talking about adding value. Always add value. I love the color.
Dude, look, in every situation, I was in negotiations yesterday, very, very intense. I don't know if you guys could hear that negotiation. Hour and a half. Me and a guy freaking sitting there slamming each other, screaming, yelling. The whole time I'm asking myself, how can you and I add value to our disagreement? How can what disagreement we have? You have A story, I have B story. How can we add value?
It was the battle on who could sell each other their stories. And in the end,
dude, two professional,
how does a boat sound? Hey,
super professional guys.
No, that's a horse.
Two super successful dudes, each trying to sell the other guy their story. And the whole time, all I kept saying is, how do I add value to this guy's life? How do I add value to his story? How do I add value to this exchange? How do I get what I want and add value? So talk about what we're doing Sunday.
Sunday, we're going
Mother's Day.
Sunday, we're going to London. You have some speaking engagements. We're going to add on, though. We decided to take the kids out of school.
Bam.
We're bringing all the people, the whole entourage, and we're going to go to Europe and start, making stakes in the ground, claiming empires. Because in order to build an empire, you must build the empire and then grow the empire.
By the way, the empire.
So tell us about the licensing.
The empire can't stay the same size.
Capital.
Okay, so we're going to go to London. I got a gig to speak for the empire experts. They hired me to come in there. I'm going to do a keynote, I think next Wednesday or Thursday. And then what we did is we stacked time on the front end of it and the back of it to come in and talk about our Cardone Capital for our investors in England and throughout the UK. And also to talk to people about that want to license Grant Cardone products. So we added time. So I went to Elena. I'm like, hey, I'm going to go to London. Do you want to go with me? She's like, it's a long trip. How can we do more? She's like, how can we do more while we're there to make it worthwhile?
I got to pull the kids out of school, blah, 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 blah. There was many things to think about. Continue.
Yeah.
But so, how can I add value to you?
How can she add value?
Exactly.
How can the kids add value?
That's what I had to think.
We add value to our clients? Bring another caller on. How can we add value to everyone?
So you have to be willing to be, a big part of that is being mobile, being able to be fluid, change, go with the flow. You can't be so rigid and stuck in your ways and expect to grow.
Don't make that face.
Yeah,
do
okay. Well, don't make me make that face. I'll crack you.
I'll crack you.
Please.
Jacob, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, Grant?
Man, thanks for calling in, pal. Hey, let me ask you a question. How do you add value to your relationship?
Well, I had this idea. One of my family members has a lot of apartment complexes in many different locations across the U.S. So I wanted to see if I can add value and start my own life from, starting with this particular family member. So I wanted to start listing his apartments on Airbnb to create more value per unit and see if I can start my own company in managing different units for different companies and adding value per night and overall adding a lot of cash flow to that particular business and then start my own life.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. But
was-
let me just say this, okay? Before you do that with the apartment thing, because of the way the leasing agreement, you need to go look at your lease agreement for the whole complex. So if he's got 200 units or whatever, there's an agreement that says the individual can't release their units. So you don't want to be in violation of that. However, if the operator, your brother in this case, had a section of those under the ownership and or management of the company that he had excluded that he could have under a Airbnb, he might be able to do that. But you don't want to, when you go to add value, sometimes the partner, the brother, the wife can actually add complication. Like me and Elena have had this argument before where she's like, hey, what about this in the business and that in the business? I said, hey, you're not adding value right now, okay? All you're doing is tweaking me up right now because you don't have enough data. It's called seagull management. You fly over, take a shit, and fly out because you don't have enough data.
I do not do
And
that.
I'm not saying
and I'm
you
not
do
a
that.
seagull. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're not a seagull.
Okay.
You, darling, what's a beautiful bird? You a beautiful bird.
A swan? A swan is a swan.
Baby,
bird?
swans are freaking fierce animals.
Oh, that's
Fierce
me.
animals.
I'm a swan.
Dude, I watched, speaking of, thank you for calling in. Speaking of swans, speaking of London, Gary had a beautiful house. My twin brother had a beautiful house north of London. He had a 150-pound Rottweiler that I saw a swan literally try to trick the Rottweiler. Two swans tried to trick the Rottweiler.
Hit it out.
Okay, Beans was his name. Ferocious animal, right? Tried to suck the Rottweiler into the lake, and both the swans tried to drown the Rottweiler.
Smart.
Dude,
Oh, I
swans
love
are
it.
freaking like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, they're big, they're ferocious, so don't
Mess with a swan.
think just because she's pretty, she's not fierce too. Do you want to show them how you kick? You want to show them like real live kicking right here? You got a dress on, so I don't know if it'll work.
I don't think it'll work right now.
Okay. So look, how do you add value, guys? Sometimes I have Elena. We quit talking, and I'm like, just add some value. She's like, how can I add value right now? I said, look, just start kicking my abs. If you guys
get your
haven't seen
abs
that on
in shape.
Instagram, you got to see that, okay? And she starts kicking me. I'm adding value. She gets to practice. She gets confident. We have fun. We laugh.
Yes, most importantly, we get to have a laugh.
And then what happens? Okay, G&E Show, how do you add value? This is the great question between Wednesday and the weekend. How do you add value to your partner? How do you add value to the relationship? How do you add value to your kids?
So what is value? Fun, commitment,
Confidence.
drive, permission to be out late. What else?
Laughing.
I said fun. Yeah, laughing.
Laughing is fun, different, okay?
Okay, oh,
but my
oh.
kids have confidence. If you ever meet our kids, man, the way I'm adding value to my kids, I don't give my kids stuff. I give them confidence. I had a guy in here yesterday telling me, man, are you going to leave your kids all that money? I said, dude, I'm giving my kids confidence so they'll know what to do with money,
Oh,
dog.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
G&E Show, baby, stay right there. We got it coming to you.
Based out of Jacksonville, Florida, this family-owned husband and wife team of realtors is there to serve you, track every process step by step, get you from contract into your new home or out of your current home sold and on the market. Chad and Sandy Newman will take you, market your home, and make sure that you will receive the best customer service ever. They're going to sell your property above market value in 30 days or less. With over 12 years of experience, this team is there for you. To learn more, go to chadandsandy.com. That's chadandsandy.com right now. If you are in the credit repair business or are wanting to start in the credit repair business, Score Inc. is there to ensure you have the tools you need to get your business off the ground. Score Inc. provides software, education, and outsource for your credit repair letters. Score Inc. is going to be with you every step of the way. Everything you need is there for you to create the most effective business in the credit repair industry. If you're interested and want to get started right now, visit scoreinc.com. That's scoreinc.com right now.
The evolution of money as it's happening right now is super exciting because it is democratizing money as we know it. Money came from people like you and me and the marketplace. We should not lose sight of the outcomes that we've achieved and the problems that we've solved for people. So the first thing that we do is we actually start with the passive income goal and the cash flow. We're so output focused, but not really outcome focused. The evolution of money as it's happening right now is super exciting because it is democratizing money as we know it. Money came from people like you and me and the marketplace. We should not lose sight of the outcomes that we've achieved and the problems that we've solved for people. So the first thing that we do is we actually start with the passive income goal and the cash flow. We're so output focused, but not really outcome focused.
Oh, okay, we're back with the handsome, as always, Grant Cardone, my mentor. You should be so lucky to have a husband that you are constantly turned on by, learn from, and admire and respect. Grant Cardone is now trying to add value, or maybe not, but maybe so, to this portion of the segment by keeping his mouth closed. So we're going to take another caller and see how he does with this progress. Oh, you just look good over there, just sitting looking pretty. Dylan from Canada, let's have it. What's going on, buddy? Oh, you so
Hi.
pretty, you pretty little thing. Go ahead.
How are you?
I'm excellent. You, sir.
Not bad, not bad. So, I have one question today for Grant, actually.
Oh,
It's
no.
kind of unrelated.
Okay, well,
to
untime
the
him
show.
out just for this part, just because I like you, Dylan. What's the question?
Okay, so right now I'm in the same position that Grant was in when he was my age. I'm 24, turning 25, and like my story is the same as his, exactly the same. And I'm just wondering like what I should do in this position that I'm in. Like how exactly did you pull yourself out of like the dirt, basically?
Yeah, so you using drugs every day?
Yeah, like for the last 6 years, my life was going really, really good. But in the last year, I've been on a really downward spiral. My best friend passed away, and
Yeah.
I've just been, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. What happened?
Yeah, so yeah, my best friend had passed away, and I just had been going through depression, and I had found your stuff, and I read your story, and then it was just like, it was almost like your story was identical to mine. So when I found you, it was almost like some sort of meant to be thing or something.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
weird.
yeah. So look, yeah, well, because you're looking, right? So when you look, you find. And so you're looking for answers. You know, this is the powerful part of who you are. You are looking for an answer right now, even though you might like, I'm lost and I'm using. I know when I was lost and using, I was looking. The problem with drugs is, dude, you can't see clearly. So you're looking, but it's cloudy when you drug, right? So whatever the drug is, whether it's weed or whether it's, you know, something harder than that.
Xanax.
You know, all the people that use what they don't understand is, bro, you can't see clearly. If you're trying to go someplace and you're being slowed down because of a drug, like even Advil, like I took some Advil the other day because my hamstrings, I'm like, I know this clouds something up because I should be feeling everything, right? And I'm literally trying to filter, I'm trying to get rid of something. And so I'm just saying that to you, maybe the Advil was a bit too far, but you're looking and you're seeing. You found me, you ran into a guy that's recovered.
Yeah.
Not just recovered from drugs, but recovered his life and his meaning and his purpose and his abilities and his confidence. And that's where the 12 steps kind of dropped the ball for me, because I wanted more than to quit drugs. That wasn't really my problem. The real problem was I was sitting in grief, losses. I was, I didn't have any confidence in myself anymore. I didn't have the confidence in my family. Those are much bigger liabilities than even just using a drug. So I would just tell you, bro, you're going to have to find somebody. First of all, you got to get cleaned up. You're probably going to have to go someplace to get cleaned up.
Narcanon.
So we can recommend, if you call my office or get Natalie, get your phone number, I'm going to recommend a couple of places where not only do you get cleaned up, but we recover the part of you and the why.
That
right?
When you lost that self-respect and dignity.
And by the way, it wasn't when you lost your friend. There was something set up in you earlier before that, because everybody has losses, man. You can't live on the planet without losing a friend, a dad, a mom, a brother, a sister.
I was on the wrong track before that, and then that just pushed me over the edge. And then I found your stuff, though, and I just wanted to say, thank you so much for, all the inspiration that you gave me. Even though we haven't ever met before, honestly, I had all the wrong role models growing up, since I was 16, and I was just, going crazy in the wrong path. But I've always been an entrepreneur, so as soon as I found your stuff,
Natalie,
I'm really turned around now.
Thanks, dude. Natalie's going to get your phone number, and man, I want to make a recommendation to you today. A couple of courses that you could take, some information you need to get to start giving you the data necessary to understand. Look, you're not a drug addict, bro. You're not powerless. You're not you don't have a disease. There's nothing wrong with you, but we do need to fix this part, right? It's like a flat tire. I got to get the tire repaired, and I got to get in the right vehicle with the right people and the right destination for my life to have any true meaning. Because you're not meant to just be a drug addict in a back alley with a needle in your arm. All right. Thanks for calling in. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, I wanted to say, that I lost my best friend who lived across the street when I was 13 years old. And it was more than I could confront at the time. And I turned to drugs and alcohol at a very young age to deal with that pain. And it wasn't until later on when it was years of that too. I was never addicted to drugs like you were. It was more recreational. But it wasn't until one day, and I'm not even sure how I had this realization or this cognition, but I realized that my best friend, if she really loved me, she would want me to be happy. Yeah. She would want me to do something with my life and not be so horribly even on the verge of suicide at points. Mm-hmm. I was young. At 13 and 14, I was not equipped to handle that emotion at that age. And I felt like it should have been me instead of her. And I had weird feelings,
And there's a way to recover from losses, by the way. If you've ever had a big loss in your life and you're stuck in it, me and Elena both got introduced to a technology. It's called a loss assist, and it's freaking amazing, man. It's amazing how many people on this planet have losses. They just keep stacking up. And if you have interest in that, if you've ever had a loss and you keep getting situations and events in your life, if we can add value by getting you over that loss, send me an email to success@grantcardone.com, success@grantcardone.com. In the subject line, put loss assist, LOSS, assist. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn you on to something me and Elena have both done that literally recovers you from losses so that you're not stuck in something that's going to happen to you in your lifetime. It is impossible to live on this planet and add value, the topic of today's show, if you're stuck in yesterday's losses. Next caller. Josh, what's going on? And let Sherry know about the loss assist thing so we'll route people to the right place. Josh, what's going on?
Elena, what's going on, guys?
Man, it's good, bro. How you doing?
Hey, thanks for taking my call, and it was nice meeting you guys in Vegas for the charity event.
Yeah, it was great having you there. Thank you for participating.
Hey, no problem. So I have a question. Well, now I'm in a little bit of a transition. So I'm 20 and I'm dropping out of college, and now I'm just going to go into my business full time. But would it be important to have a relationship on the side, or just don't worry about that and you have basically play the long game, you have time?
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Yeah, I'd play the long game, dude. I chase the money. You chase the money and get that right, the women will chase you.
And I say to that, unless you have the girl that really knows how, like she's a killer
It's going to be a distraction.
and she's going to be willing to push you, she's like a me to him, then stay away.
Yeah, I agree with that because, I mean, at 20 years old, dude, it's hard to keep yourself on track, much less somebody else.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like most of them would be probably detrimental or poisonous because they have a different mindset.
Yeah. So, I mean, people are like, oh, man, you know, you got a girl just wants you for the money. I'd rather have a gold digger at 20 than somebody that doesn't even know gold's important.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
Then
I'm
they'll
just
be chasing
saying.
the wrong thing, and then subconsciously you'll be following along and not even realizing.
Hey, I'd rather have somebody focus on chasing gold than chasing fun.
Oh man, that's a good one. I'm writing
Chasing
that
a
down.
weekend, chasing fun, chasing, you know, I could be on somebody's arm and look good, chasing a job. I'd rather have, you know, that's the trashy thing about LA is the only reason the girls go out on the weekends is they're looking for work for the next Wednesday. Like they're looking to be an actress in a gig for 20 minutes of an audition. It's so dumb. Then I say, hey, you a gold digger? Oh, no, I ain't a gold digger. Oh, you just an audition digger. You just a dumbass. You just stupid. Okay? You're going to go do a freaking 2.5 men's and they're going to pay you freaking peanuts to be a what? You hate this story.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's because you're confusing the two. There's one that's networking and you have to get yourself out there and you have to be known in the marketplace. And one, you're talking about sluts with no talent that just want to sleep their way to the top. So there's two stories there. I freaking worked.
I wasn't talking about you.
You just said 2.5 men. I was on 2.5 men for what?
No,
a guest starring role for what?
No, I'm not talking about the person who does the guest starring role. I'm talking about
If you're going to talk about somebody else, don't freaking bring in my resume.
Whoa, I wasn't bringing in your resume.
You just said 2.5 men.
Yeah?
I was on 2.5 men.
3.5 men.
Jeez.
The half a man.
Are you strong enough to go toe-to-toe with the GC? This is my life. I have to gut up to be with
Always
this dude.
add value to the relationship. What do you do to add value? Do you fortify your spouse? Do you make them stronger or weaker? Do you make them more certain or less certain, okay? Right? Do you add value? Do you speed things up for them or slow them down? Do you bring drama or solutions? Right? Do you bring support or do you bring...
When are you coming home? Actually, that feels really good.
I'm like, man, come on, man. Come on. Really, man? Really? That's all you got? Spend more time with me. It's Mother's Day. Yeah, Mother's Day could be every day. It's Sunday, Mother's Day, Sunday, Mother's Day. Oh, my God. Dude, that is a made-up day. That's a made-up day.
Yeah.
You guys are worried about the
No,
wrong
when you
things.
have a real thing going,
How about
you
this?
don't
How about you ain't got a mother anymore?
You don't nitpick.
Okay, now you're like, uh-oh. You maybe want to pay attention to every day being Mother's Day. Next caller.
That's Steven in Kansas.
Steven in the KS. What's up, man? Let me guess where you're from. I'm gonna guess. Wait a minute. I'm gonna.
Okay,
they didn't tell me
go.
we're in Kansas.
Nope, that's true.
Olaf? Is it Olaf? Olaf? Where in Kansas are you, bro?
Wichita, bro.
Wichita.
Duh.
The old W, man.
I was going to say Wichita. Okay, go on.
Yeah, this is Walker Promotes. You remember me?
Yeah, what's going on,
yeah.
Walt?
Yeah, hey Grant, you know the problem with your shorts, man?
Yeah, what is it?
It's like Brad Lee telling people to brush their teeth. They don't like it. Hurts their feelings. But the thing is, they're out of shape. If they're
That's what I was going to say. The shorts, you ruin all the guys for life because you're so smoking hot, and all the girls look at you and they go, damn! And then they want you, so it causes problems for the girls and the guys.
You see those legs, though?
Your legs looked hot. You looked great.
You no more.
I confused. I looked at my image, and then I went and looked at The Rock, and I'm like, he does legs all the time. I barely do them at all.
And look at me.
I mean, I'm confused. Who's got the best legs?
That's right.
He works really hard for that, man. Comes natural to me.
It does.
Dude, how do you add value to your relationships?
Man, that's a tough one. I think just every day, it's one decision at a time.
Yeah.
Lately anyway. You know what I mean? One choice at a time. I got a question for Elena though. I think this will be a good one for you. So the book that Grant wrote right after he said he was going to die, you know that story. I've read that several times. I can't remember the book, but what did you see in him when he said we're going to die, and you said, "Does this look like death?" All that stuff, and you told him to go in there and fix it. Well, did you see something in him, or was it something that you believed about, you know, yourself, or what?
Well, a couple of things were going on in my mind, like because you know, when you see somebody that you really admire and you think for a split second that they're going to quit or fail, like I went into fight or flight mode, like no, like he cannot wait. What? Like my whole world spun around. That was not his role. And so I just went into fight or flight, like, oh, no, you don't. Like, as a team member, I would not let my team go down without a fight. So that's what motivated me to just get him back into action. And I've never, since the moment he promised he would never scare me again like that, he has kept his word and never scared me since.
Yeah, that was my next question. Has it happened more than once? You know, because
never again. No.
Okay, now I got a question for Grant. If you got time for one more.
Sure, man. Go ahead.
So how do you keep it all together? You know what I'm talking about. You got a lot of weight on you. How do you stay up every day? And I know, how does that work?
Dude, I string a lot of futures. So like I have a lot of futures to look at. The future.
Yeah.
I'm in a lot of battles every day that nobody sees. I mean, some of these battles are brutal, man. Like there's some things, it doesn't matter how many people you have around. You could have 85 employees, another 150 some other place. You could be married, have kids. There are so many things that a person, if you're in the game all the way, you will have to do by yourself. You're going to die by yourself. Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't matter how many people you get around. Dude, there's some things you got to confront your fears by yourself. You got to confront your doubts by yourself. That's the stuff that I'm doing every day. So I'm stringing a lot of futures. I got a lot of games going on all the time. I got a lot of games I want to win at. Half of them I lose, half of them I win, but I'm going to fight. Like I have a tremendous, I don't have the flight.
Fight or flight.
I have the fight. I'm a fighter. Like I've really trained the fighter because I remember being bullied as a kid and I didn't like it. So, I'm a fighter. I'm in there figuring out the fight. Like all the stuff that I do all the time, the webinar, I've done 3 webinars in 22 days. Nobody's done that. Nobody's ever done bang, 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 bang. Two are free. The third one we sell. Super successful. These are best-selling, multi-million-dollar webinars out of an idea. While I'm doing that, I'm negotiating a $160 million sale, $125 million refinance, $160 million purchase. We started our 4th fund, dude. Just like pressure. How do you do it? The more you guys get going on, the better you're going to like the game. I'm telling you. You're confused, man. You want more activity. You want more threats. You don't want less. You got to slow down, y'all. When you slow down, the environment becomes threatening. When you speed up, it becomes your environment. And that's really what I'm doing. I'm running my racetrack, okay? Like I'm lapping the other cars so many times.
My triple crown.
Yeah, I'm like.
Oh, okay. You went car, I went horse.
I'm adding problems. Elena started this show by talking about adding problems. You add problems. Rather than have them added to you, you add them to your own life, Stephen. So that's what I would tell you. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but that's the game we're playing.
Yeah.
London. We're going to London this week. Rather than doing one gig in London, I said, hey, let's stack 3 or 4 days before it, 3 or 4 days after it. Maybe we'll go to Portugal. Maybe we'll go to Spain. Maybe we'll go to Germany. We reached out to our friends in the UK and said, we're coming to London before and after. What else can we do for you? We added Elena to the trip, the kids to the trip, some support. Jared, Ryan are coming. Now we're doing Cardone Capital while we're there throughout the UK. We're doing our license, an introduction to our license opportunity in the UK. I'm doing the keynote speeches. We're going to do some meet and greets.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe we'll have some fun while we're there. Maybe we'll just make new friends there. So like what we did was add stuff, okay? That's how we add value to our own lives and to other people's lives. To do that, just a little shout out to all of you out there that think I talk about money too much. Maybe it's because I know more about money than you do. To do that kind of stuff, to add value to your parents' life. If I had a mom right now, I could call my mom and say, I'm bringing you to London.
Yep.
She's not around, dude. I can bring her though, okay? This plane's not here yet. So what do? I reach out to a dude that's got a plane. Bro, I need your plane for this trip, dog. Okay, man, just pay the $9,000 an hour and you can have it. Bang, plane shows up. Blackbird, what's that song? Blackbird. So the point of that story is, you guys don't get your money right, I hate to tell you this, you're not adding value.
But I like that the people you surround yourself add value to your life. You can call them and say, hey, boom, and they show up.
You ain't adding value if you ain't got money. Okay? You know what? Make room for somebody else in the poverty line. Get out of it yourself. That adds value. That gives somebody else room for the food stamps. 63% of Americans are on government assistance, just so you know. So the facts are these. Oh, we're the richest country in the world. 6 out of 10 people you know accept a check from the U.S. government.
Wow.
Fucking sad, dude. 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 40% of Americans don't have $400 for an emergency. Okay? How can you add value when you're worried about your own shit? You can't. So how can I go from one person going to London, somebody's paying me to go there, to saying, hey, we're going to start adding people. People were paying me to go to London. Now I'm paying for a bunch of other people to go to London to add value so we can spread the name, man. You need your money, you need your game, you need your energy, you need your courage, and you need a good girl on your side.
You need your girl. You always need your girl.
Huh? You need a girl that's willing to kick you in the abs, dog. Okay? G&E Show, man, every Wednesday, man. You can listen to it on iTunes. Subscribe and review, and I'll send you my new book. Only way to get this book is to review the show on iTunes.
Boom. And that's a wrap,
today.
folks.
Thursday.
Woo, that's
Young
a wrap.
Hustlers. Friday.
Woo.
Cardone Zone. Boom, we off to London. We'll see you guys in the UK. So you get your pay. Hey, are you looking to invest in real estate? My name's Grant Cardone. I'm the founder of Cardone Capital, and for the past 30 years, I've been making money with my first business, taking that money and putting it into my second business, real estate. If you're anything like me, the hardest part was making the money. The second hardest part was, where do I invest it now that I have some? When I looked around, my only options were stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, and I hated all three of them because I'm a coward. And that's why I started investing in income-producing properties. Today, we own almost 5,000 units around the United States that produce positive cash flow every single month. Today, qualified investors can now invest with us at Cardone Capital, where we give you access to institutional-sized deals. These are monster-sized deals that can weather time. Look, if you love real estate, if you're a qualified investor and you love real estate, but you don't have the time, you can't find the deals, and you don't have the know-how, go to CardoneCapital.com. I would love to partner with you on my next deal.